The fourth set will be played on Akilon Wastes, spawning in the top left-hand position as the yellow Zerg from CJ Entus once again going for the all-kill. His name is Hydra.
His opponent needs to go for the reverse all-kill if he wants to win today. His name is Ty, spawning as the blue Terran on the right bottom position of the map.
Now, a lot of players really hyped up Ty in the Brood War days. He had a great record there as well. Starcraft2 not doing the best. He was considered pretty strong early on. Hasn't showed amazing results this season in Pro League. The best way to silence those haters would be to go for the all-kill, the reverse all-kill out of all things.
Yeah, and even if he doesn't go for the reverse all-kill, if he just shows amazing game today, even if he loses against Hydra, if he shows his potential, then he's going to be sent out a lot more in later rounds. And I have to say, Ty already, well, gas before barracks.
Going for the gas first. Looks like he wants to get aggressive here. Early factory most likely. Could see an early Reaper. The drone scout, though, from Hydra will see that early gas there, so that's going to immediately tip Hydra off. And, yeah, well, okay, well, he sees the Rex going up at this point. That should at least kind of tip him off that the timings are a bit off here.
Timing's a bit off, and Ty is not walling inside his natural, inside the main base.
Yeah, interestingly enough, he is not. Scouts that gas there. I'm sure he's going to, yeah, he clicked on it. He wanted to check out the gas timing as well. He was able to go ahead and do that. This drone scout, I have to say, from Hydra, I love his decision to go for that. He's so far ahead in the overall score for today's match that he can afford that little bit of early economy difference over his opponent by sending out that scouting drone that early on.
By all means, the drone scouting was to possibly counter the 15cc from his opponent and force Ty to pull more SCVs than he wanted to, but Hydra, he got more than he wanted right now. He sees the barracks, he even sees a factory before leaving.
Nice drop from...
Double checks it also.
Double checks it, wants to make sure it's not canceled or anything like that. Hydra's in a great position, man. He's seen everything that his opponent Ty has planned here. He knows there's no early expansion. This drone will eventually die, unfortunately, unless Hydra just somehow makes this work.
Almost.
Almost makes it work, and in the end, destroyed, but for a greater cause, he has allowed Hydra to see the early factory and the early gas.
And we were commenting that Hydra was doing a really nice job today by going for these, multiple steps, multiple plans throughout the whole game where eventually he has a whole picture. Well, Hydra, he might have to change the picture a little bit right now after seeing what Ty has gone for.
Yeah.
But
may have to change some brushes, change some colors.
I have to say he already planned out towards like 20-minute mark at this point because he saw the tech from his opponent.
He already knows that the pressure is going to come early from Ty here. Ty will commit to this early on, and this is something that we do see from Ty actually a good amount of times here. He's gone for these pressure plays against all different races before and delaying that command center a lot to try to get that critical damage in early on while expanding behind it.
And Ty is saying, I don't care if you saw my tech, I'm gonna end the game no matter what.
And we have 10 Zerglings on the way with the Zergling speed about halfway down here. I would like to see a spine crawler from Hydra, though. I think that in a position like this, he has the economy, he can afford doing that because his opponent's expansion is so late and so denied here. Hellions now getting into the main base. The Zergling speed not complete. Where is the queen in the main base? It's actually... There's no queen here.
It's a little bit curious, but the Hellions are trapped at the corner.
This is bad for Baby.
And the second one also gets taken.
Oh, just barely. It looks like it's going to barely. All right, Zergling speed finished. Killed 3 drones, lost 2 Hellions early on. Not worth it.
Well, the constant pressure is going to come. Hydra does scout that there was no command center at the natural. It's better for him to actually start building spies right now, but he's going to go for the counterattack.
Hydra going for the counterattack here. There's nothing in the main base to really stop this except for 1 Hellion.
Which is nothing against like 10 Zerglings, but here comes the 3 Hellion drop inside the main base.
Oh, this command center going to get forced to be canceled. The queen has to go back to that main base to defend against these Hellions here, though. The creep spread between the main and natural hasn't finished. These 2 Hellions in the main base preoccupying. Ty's multitasking, now trying to get repaired. 3 3 Hellions in the main base going to roast potentially a lot of the drones there. Hydra needs to be very careful and not lose those drones at the natural.
Those are stacked up right now.
Oh my
nice
gosh!
Split at the
Sick split there. He still is losing a lot of workers, but let's not forget, Ty is still on one base here. He needs to be so careful with these Hellions, forcing them to lift up now. The spine is completed. 14 workers killed, though.
But
Ty
he still has more drones than SCVs.
That's true, and the command center for Ty is still very far behind.
Oh yeah, definitely. The Zergling run by, it was risky for Hydra,
Very
but
risky.
it really paid off.
It did. It paid off completely there. With the worker advantage still in Hydra's court here. He's a bit behind on tech because there's already the starport opening for Ty. He's still continuing that Hellion production here. I'm wondering if he's going to try to potentially go for mech. We've seen that before on this map with the timing from Flash.
I have to say, I'm a little bit curious that Hydra is actually not going for the roaches right now. I don't know if you saw the armory, but the possible follow-up to this could be helmet drops, where we saw one Terran player, he's like, well, I don't care if the Hellions didn't do much damage earlier in the game, I'm just going to keep harassing around with Hellbats.
You're going to get your Wish Man because the Roach Warren is going down here. And a layer on the way as well from Hydra. He's not taking a third yet. We're seeing Ty try to get back into this game by making another fast third command center here. It's scouted, though, immediately. I wonder what the response from Hydra will be. Zergling getting into the main base, but being taken out by the tank. The fact that the tank was scouted, though, if Hydra realizes this, he may adjust his game plan slightly to accommodate for that.
Well, Ty is saying, Hydra, I know you planned out for the 20 minutes into the game, but I want you to switch. And Hydra sees everything, so it doesn't matter if Ty starts to switch around. As long as Hydra, he gets the right unit composition at the right times.
So we have a medevac boosting over here, and a Viking at the same time, looking to kill off some overlords. Double engineering bay at the natural, going to start a wall off here. The creep will scout that medevac there. Hellions now getting ready to be unloaded. There still is a spine and 2 queens to help defend against this. Some Zerglings as well. These are going to be lifted up almost immediately, and there they go, running away without doing any economic damage. Hydra on top of his drop defense now that he's started to stabilize.
Yeah, he should, and also Ty doing a nice job with the Vikings, denying the vision at the 12 o'clock position. He wants to utilize the airspace of the Viking to make sure that he could get those medevacs inside the main base, no problem, later in the game.
Zergling's getting roasted a little bit here, trying to get good coverage against the Hellions here. Can they get that surround? It looks like they can't. Force the retreat. Hellions now moving towards the third base of Hydra. They're going to be able to scout that pretty fast here, potentially, if they move down there. Baneling Nest on the way as well from Hydra. He's getting his 1-1, while Ty as well is going for his 1-1 upgrades, getting the stim, the combat shield as well. 22 Zerglings on the way from Hydra, though, looking like he wants to be aggressive or just completely dominate the Hellion presence on the map.
Well, remember what you were saying before. These Zerg players, they love to go for a bust before the Widow Mines come out, before a critical number of armies come out.
And here come the Zerglings. Is Ty prepared? No, completely unprepared. These Hellions getting destroyed. 2 in the red get lifted off.
Now, do remember the siege tank is out on the field, so these Zerglings aren't going to do as much as Hydra expects, but really smart. Only sending 2 Zerglings against the Widow Mines, and he realizes that the siege tank is over there.
That's true. All right, 10 drones in production from Hydra. He still wants to make sure that he's got his drone production online. The Spire about halfway done. Ty doesn't have a response for the air units that could potentially come from Hydra's side of the map yet, but by the time that Spire finishes and the mutas are out on the map, he can get those turrets up. And the 1-1 just about to finish for both players here. We see that factory going for the reactor add-on. Most likely, yep, Widow Mines coming out. That armory in production now as well. Looks like it was canceled earlier on, I guess.
Yeah, it was actually a building on the right bottom corner, but I guess they canceled it for maybe going into command center right after. Not too sure what it was for. Don't have the replay, so you know, let's just forget about it for now. That was thing in the past. The Vikings still doing a nice job trying to deny some vision from Hydra, but
not anymore.
Taken out. It's funny. It's like whenever I say someone's doing a good job, or like, you know, someone has to do this,
it dies.
They always die, or they always go for it.
I think you're
As soon as
jinxing
I
it,
say
man.
that.
You're jinxing them.
Well, I didn't drink any hot 6 today, so I might have to start drinking them to make
All
sure
right.
it doesn't happen.
We have 3 additional barracks on the way, kind of helping out the wall there at the third. I actually really like that decision by Baby to kind of add in some SimCity towards that third. We have the +2 attack upgrade on the way for Ty. Not getting the armor upgrade, though. 2-2 on the way for Hydra is getting the speed for his Banelings, getting the air attack. Lots of creep being killed off here on the bottom side of the map from Ty, however.
Yeah, nice push by Ty, but Hydra, he doesn't care about the creep being killed right now because all he wants to do is buy enough time for his upgrades to finish. And as soon as the upgrades finish, he's going to surround the main army and then go for the main army of Ty. But look at this, really nice drop play at the 12 o'clock. The Viking that he had earlier in the game is now paying off as Hydra did not scout the medevac coming towards the 12 o'clock expansion.
We have a second medevac drop. 2 medevacs at the same time to that third. There are no stacked defenses there. The Banelings and Zerglings rushing over there. The damage from Ty, though, it's going to be a little bit significant here. The Banelings rolling in. They should be able to get out and boost away. A very nice trade from Ty. Completely different from what we've seen from Cure.
Yeah, but it seems like Hydra also did a little cute trick at the third command center, third base of Ty by sending a few Zerglings over there and forcing the splash damage from the siege tank on the SCVs.
I want to point out that we're still seeing a pretty significant number of mutas in production from Hydra here. He already has a solid amount, and he's continuing to get 5 more. His 2-2 attack upgrade is just about done, as well as that +1. We're having more scans go down from Ty. Going to kill off a few creep tumors. The engagement starting, looking good, but nice Widowmine shots killing off a lot of these. Oh, nice connects there, killing off a strong amount of Banelings. More Zergling run-bys, though, forcing this siege tank to kill off a lot of SCVs. A drop now at the third base of Hydra, killing off a lot of drones once again. Hydra at the same time trying to trace away the main army from Ty. This hatchery looking like it may go down here. Already 27 drones killed.
That was a mistake by Hydra. He should have decided if he wants to go back and defend or go for the push right away. He's making all these mutas to make sure that the medevac drops do not come inside the main base. But if he allows him, even with that many mutas, then it's just a critical mistake for him at this stage in the game. Yes, the medevacs have been taken out, but look at this. Ty is in an amazing position to take out the 12 o'clock if he actually micro the army. Nice play!
Sick! Kills off the rocks, prevents the Banelings from getting through. A lot of the Marines do die, but the medevac drop escapes. Excellent decision-making from Ty. We're starting to see him really shine here with his multitasking. Hydra I feel like he's getting strained right now. He is behind in supply against the Terran player. We do have the Claw upgrade for those Widow Mines being researched as well. +2 air attack and more mutas on the way for Hydra. He is really committing to the muta tech here, getting the hive behind this, and he will finish up that 4th base. These mutas a little bit out of position, getting an okay trade against the mutas, or Marines, excuse me.
Well, he did kill the Marines, but he killed like 6 Marines while trading away 4 mutas. Not so great for Hydra. He should have actually pulled out while trying to get 1 or 2 medevac if it was possible to do so.
But the hive, it's about halfway done here. If we can see Hydra just get it together and hold these 4 bases here, I would love to see a little bit more static defense from him, some spines, some spores to delay. Will he have the time to do that, though? We have Ty moving across the map with a lot of his army. This drop is scouted here. Banelings running through here, killing off a good amount of Marines, and stopping this attack at least temporarily.
Now, I have to say, the reason why he stuck to the, in set number 2, the reason why Hydra stuck to the Roach and Hydra composition is that it feels like Hydra is not confident with his Mutaling Micro.
That's true. It's not looking amazing from him. He's lost a lot of units already. This next one could end up doing a good amount of damage. Kills off a strong amount of Zerglings there. The Muta's moving forward, though. Kills off the medevac. Very smart targeting from our Zerg player. He doesn't have enough, though. He needs to back up. These reinforcements are looking very scary from Ty. 4th base scouted by that Zergling, being attacked there, but it won't be able to really do anything in the long run.
So the concept from Hydra and the understanding of the game is fantastic right now. He's sneaking in all these Zerglings, scouting the 4th base on time. Everything is fantastic except his army engagements.
His control is lacking this game, and it's showing. The 3-3 is starting for him. Ty's +3 attack is about to finish here. A little bit longer. His armor not started, though. Looks like he forgot about that or didn't have the resources, but the gas is piled up pretty high for him right now, actually. And more Banelings and Zerglings on the way. We're not seeing a tech switch from Hydra. He's just continuing to get more Lings, Banelings. Not so much more Mutas, though.
Well, Ultra then finally down, but he doesn't have enough gas, and he needs to wait a lot longer if he can defend against this army one more time.
Oh, the Banelings moving in here. They're going to get completely obliterated, though. Look at the micro from Ty, and using those Widow Mines as well. The Banelings connected to nothing there. He just lost like 15 Banelings for free, essentially.
And now Ty is in fantastic position to take down the rock and go for the 12 o'clock.
If that 12 o'clock base goes down, I think that Hydra may be just a little bit too far behind to do anything. The Marines doing a lot of damage here. The Zerglings and Mutas are going to force this army away. Banelings now rolling through here. Good connections from our Zerg player, attacking from multiple sides. The Marauders tanking a lot of damage. Widow Mine's doing more.
Oh, more Banelings connecting to the Marines over there, but there's also a drop at the main base and the natural.
Excellent double-pronged drop from Ty here. He's going to potentially get the Ultra Den. Will he get it? That's the real question at the same time.
Okay, barely survived at the last second, but look at this, 12 o'clock.
Oh, getting that fourth base is just, it's so hard for Hydra to recover at this point. Ty is everywhere on the map. This is the multitasking I have come to expect from here. We didn't see it from him today, but we're seeing it from Ty in this fourth match here. And at this rate, Hydra's going to be forced to tap out here. He is so far behind in supply. 82 to 176. GG is called. Ty with some amazing multitasking, multi-pronged attacks and aggression earlier on in the game takes the victory.
And this is the dominant victory that we were talking about before going into set number 4. Ty needs something like this to make sure that he has a confidence booster before going into set number 5.
That's what he needed there. Things looked really good for him that game. Pretty much, the beginning was a little bit iffy. Hydra was defending pretty well. Ty did some good amount of damage, but it kind of turned into a standard game after that. Once the drops started coming around, though, Ty started to dominate. We have to go into a quick commercial, guys. When we come back, it's going to be the 5th set on Core Hall Floating Island. CJ currently leads 3-1 over Kespa Team 8.